Good evening and welcome to the finale of the Cherokee High School football season. As this evening they take on Seneca. My name's Tony Blum along with Sam Jenkins to bring you all the action here from Seneca. Live video coverage of Cherokee football is being produced by South Jersey Sports Talk and Prime Events in association with the SportsX Network. The executive producers are Dean Bukowski, Ari Bluestein, and Tom Williams. Sean Riley is our producer here at the field, and Josh Powell is our videographer. Tell your friends you can watch the action by going to primeevents.net and selecting live video streaming from the menu, or by visiting sportsxnetwork.com/live. Well, it's hard to believe, Sam. It just seems like yesterday as we began this season, and here we are in the finale. Running back Adam Plank to a torn ACL. He is a Navy recruit. I like to throw the football, but according to their coach Fisher, they must protect well, which has been an issue. Young quarterback Bill Davis has 902 yards, 6 touchdowns. Also has 5. Aggressive. They will blitz, play man-to-man coverage on the back end, and they want to plug up the run and send more bodies, and that's just about what everybody wants to do against Brendan Boria. Key on offense, score when they have the opportunity. They cannot stall out in the red zone. On defense, get stops when they can to get the Chiefs off the field, as they know, according to Coach Bill Fisher, that Cherokee is going to score a point, so anytime they got the opportunity to get them off the field, they want to do that.
They certainly do. And now, looking at two different things to look at for today. I mean, you have Seneca, who's prone to attacking the flats, which not all high schools do, which is a plus a feather in their cap. But they also hit the seam patterns. The problem is, obviously, they have the more talented team, Cherokee, who's
Taking a look at the Chiefs, 6-3 on the season. They're coming off a very disappointing loss to North Brunswick, 34-21 in the Central Jersey Group 5 semifinals. The Chiefs led it 14-0, but then saw North Brunswick score the next 34 points. So very disappointing playoff action there for the Chiefs. On offense, well, they're going to do what they do with Brendan Boria and Ryan Bender in the running game. They're going to also work on the passing game and get some young players in the game for experience, of course, depending on how this one goes. Defensively, a lot of pressure in the passing game, make them one-dimensional and dominate up front. Keys on both sides is to flush the North Brunswick game and come out with fire and determination to end the season on a high note and just play Cherokee football. So, I mean, after that loss, very disappointing loss to North Brunswick, you have a team in Cherokee that the coaches are not going to let them just, well, we don't really care about this game. That was the big game. That was the important game. They don't want to go into next season, having lost their last two, they want to come out and prove that they are a quality team, which we all know they are. But obviously, mentally, you have to be into it this week in practice, and I'm sure they will be.
Yeah, they're going to try and establish the run. They're going to try and dominate. They're going to try and dominate the time of possession and not just the score. They want to send a message for the outgoing seniors, and they want to send a message for next year. And that's their game plan. Now, they have shown at times to go towards the pass a little bit, and it has worked if it's off play action, but straight drop back is not their strength. I can tell you right now, Tony, if these teams pass for more than, 10 times on each offense, you're going to see a lot of interceptions because it's cold and people are not going to be in the positions they're going to be, and the ball's not going to travel the way they think it's going to travel. If Cherokee stays with their running game and they're patient and get past the emotion that Seneca's going to have tonight, they have a chance to separate themselves from Seneca and send a message for next year.
This, of course, a big game for both teams, but hey, look, if Seneca can pull off the upset, given the fact that they are so young, they play 8 or 9 sophomores, so they are a very young team. See the coin toss about to be executed at center of the field, but if they can pull off the big upset, or even if they can play very well going into next year, that'll be a big boost for them going into the next season, especially with all those young players.
Yeah, it's going to be – what's exciting about Seneca is that they're going to have, their 4 and 5 wide receivers. They're going to have 3 and 1, 2 and 2. And they're going to throw reverse. They're going to throw a double pass. They're going to, it's the last game and everything's going to be on the table. But they shouldn't get completely away from the game plan and just try and do some stuff they weren't able to be successful this entire year. But they are exciting to watch because they throw it around.
That's their game, throwing the football. So, and especially having lost their leading rusher, that makes it even more difficult to run the football, to stay balanced, which probably they want to do. But if they have to throw the ball and they've had success doing it, then that's what they're going to do. That's their game.
Certainly, and they may have lost their top running, but they can substitute those running plays with the short passes. I mean, they're pretty good at hitting, like I said earlier, hitting the ball on the flat. That counts as a run, hitting a flare, hitting a screen. The high percentage plays that you don't have to worry about interception on. So they can replace those runs, those yards, that offensive production with short passes.
So let's see what the result Cherokee will receive. I don't know who actually won the toss. It just indicated that Cherokee is going to receive. So that's unusual. Normally they defer, as does pretty much everyone. Right now we're going to step aside and we'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amdes for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
All right, back here at Seneca, where the Chiefs will receive the opening kickoff Defend the goal to our right, and the green-clad Golden Eagles of Seneca will be kicking it away.
Now, you need to pay attention to this kickoff, Tony, because they have shown a predilection to kick it this 10 yards and try and get a cheap ball, cheap turnover. So nothing is once that gets covered, they'll pooch you right over the head on the gap between the front line and the halfback. So this needs to be paid attention to.
Cherokee in their traveling uniforms. Sean Cole back to receive it. Along with Birdie. John Foster to kick it away. Some delay in getting this one underway, but Foster now sets the football up. Officials having a conversation with Foster before we get this football game underway. The 6-3 Chiefs against the 3-6 Golden Eagles from Seneca. The kick taken by Birdie. Birdie across the 30-yard line, and he's going to be run out of bounds across the 30. It'll be Cherokee football.
Tony, we didn't mention special teams much, but at this time of the year, you're at the final game. You have kids that want to try and make a play, and sometimes the coverage teams can break down. So I'm looking for a couple big plays, probably on a punt cover team or even a kickoff cover team.
They mark it right at the 30-yard line for Cherokee with a football. Ryan Bender is the quarterback. He gives off to Boria, and Boria hit behind the line of scrimmage. Had to struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage on that first play from scrimmage. They give him a yard advance.
Yeah, the good news for Seneca is that they have some. Their game plan can be modeled after teams that were able to stuff Cherokee in previous games.
Padgett in motion to the right side. Again, the give to Boria. Again, hit right after accepting that handoff. Maybe another yard, but that's about all. So thus far in the first two plays, they have been all over Brendan Boria.
And this is what we're talking about, being patient. Cherokee's going to want to have a play action or throw it downfield, and they need to keep pounding at the run game so it'll open up later on.
That brings up third down and a long 7. From the 33. Bender, the jet sweep, left side to Birdie, but Birdie is not going to get the first down as he's chopped down along the near sideline.
Now, I've seen Seneca react to the jet sweep, and they do a pretty good job of getting to the edge, but they have let a couple gaps in there. So if that jet sweep ball carrier is patient, he can slow down and find a crease and hit it up in there.
Padgett will kick. Waiting for it, David Vaca. Just inside his 30-yard line. So a 3 and out to start this game for Cherokee. Kick is high but short. Gets a good Cherokee roll to the 35-34 yard is where they're going to mark it.
Now, that was not an easily catchable ball by the returner, so he gets a pass on that one. But what he needs to do, our coaching point, if he's one of my players, he needs to wave his hands and get his players away from that ball, because all you need is an errant bounce, touch one of your guys, give Cherokee back the ball. Seneca's biggest opponent this year has been mistakes they've made. Snaps over the head. They've been their own worst enemy at times.
Braden Davis is the quarterback, just a junior, 6'1". Takes the snap, left side. Maybe a yard gain, that's about all, half a yard.
Yeah, they're both filling each other out, establishing their first 10 plays that they have scripted.
LaVor Kelly.
It's what we just talked about, Tony. They have been their own worst enemy right there. And they're the ones that are going to drive killers and ones that's going to be hard to overcome, especially against Cherokee, but versus any team. I mean, they have to play not a perfect game, but as mistake-free as possible.
It's going to cost him 5 yards on the false start.
Now, when they do pass it, we're looking for a deep in or a quick seam pattern. Cherokee has a little gap between the linebackers and the secondary.
Empty backfield on a 2nd and 14. Davis throws to the right sideline. This one is incomplete. Intended for King, just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great idea, great game plan. Get to the flats. I mean, no high school teams cover the flats. It's just not what's done. But again, they have to catch that. Even if he doesn't get any more yards after that, it's a confidence builder. Quarterback has confidence in the receiver. He knows he can go back to him next play.
So now 3rd down and 14. At the 31 for the Golden Eagles. Back to pass. Davis, plenty of time, now being rushed, cornered, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, nowhere near picking up the first down. Seemed like he had time, just couldn't find a receiver.
Yeah, this is the first 2 series by each offense are a case of we know what you're trying to do. We know Cherokee's trying to run it, so they're going to focus on the run. We know Seneca's going to step back and throw it vertical or hit out in the flats, and Cherokee responded to that. So who can either execute better or have something off of those plays?
Colin Walsh will kick it. High snap, but he gets it away. Bounces down in Seneca territory. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it at the 45-yard line of Cherokee. So 2nd series for the Chiefs, 3 and out first time.
They're going to have to finish their first scripted plays and see what they're going to have from there. Then you're going to start to see some adjustments made and some larger gains.
At the 45, get underway with the Chiefs. Again, it's Boria, this time more room off the right guard. Picks up maybe 3 to the 49. Going to give him 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, nice push on the left side of the line that play, and that's what Cherokee's looking for. They're going to line right back up and go right back at it.
Empty backfield for the Chiefs. 2nd and 6 from the 49. Some pre-snaps adjustments to the left side for the receivers. Bender with the snap. Bender fires deep down the center of the field, all alone to make the catch. Huge gain, and that was Boria. But there is a marker.
I think Seneca lined up in the neutral zone, but we'll take a look. I saw the left defensive end, his helmet was in the neutral zone. Now, any defensive coverage you have, the toughest pattern obviously to cover is the 4 or 5 vertical. You just have to know that those hook curl zones going to have to turn and run with those inside receivers where Boria was. So you're thinking you're covering a 10 to 12 yard deep zone, but you got to turn and run with him and get between him and the quarterback.
41 yards on the hookup. Just that quickly. Cherokee threatening. Ball at the 5-yard line, make it a 46-yard completion. Now they'll go with the I formation. Boria, left side. Boria to the goal line, and he is short.
there's their first adjustment. They went back to the eye and were able to get some yardage.
Second and goal from the 1. Bender will take it himself to the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown.
Cherokee has leaned towards the left side of the line this entire drive, so now Seneca's going to make an adjustment because they can't sit there and play straight up. They can either send an extra man on the defensive right side or slant to the right. They have to disrupt that strength of the Cherokee's offense.
6-0, Pagic on to kick the point after.
That's good.
And it is good. So with 7:03 left in the opening quarter, Cherokee on top 7-0. The Mark McKenna team has nearly 3 decades of experience in Burlington and Camden counties with 12 licensed team members. Technology and personal service have made the Mark McKenna team the top producing group in the region. They've always called Marlton home. The Mark McKenna team has more than 700 5-star reviews on Zillow and is succeeding safely at the highest levels throughout the pandemic. Be sure to visit markmckennateam.com and call Mark at 856-983-0704 for any of your real estate needs. So it didn't take them long, Sam. Second series, they were able to take it the distance. The big play, of course, Bender to Boria for 46.
Yeah, they went through their progression and they said, okay, we see a little weakness in the seam coverage here. Hit Boria, is underthrown. If he hit him on target, he probably would have walked in the end zone. But they did make an adjustment and go to the I formation when they got inside the red zone and ran towards the left and got in.
So now Pagic will kick it away. Seven nothing, the Chiefs. Hick bounces down around the 15-yard line. Some trouble handling and not really much of a return there at all.
No, it's tough to figure out how it is. We're getting a little taste of Boise State blue uniforms on a blue field action here with the all green uniforms, but you can never let a kickoff hit the ground.
They're going to mark it at the 17, so second opportunity for the Golden Eagles.
Now they need to go back to their flat where they drop the ball right there, and they need to stay on side, and now they can hit one in the seam themselves. Both teams are susceptible to that.
Going with a spread in the empty backfield. Going to keep it himself is Davis. Along the left sideline, picks up a nice gain on first down.
That's a good job. We've seen over the course of the season, Cherokee has some difficulty with mobile, scrambling quarterbacks. Use it to your advantage. That takes the place of the running back that's missing, injured, and they can hit it with a couple short passes. Now I expect to see some little trickeration coming up pretty soon. They've shown that they need that to keep the ball moving.
4-yard advance for Davis. Second and 6. Give left side looking to get to the edge, but not any success, and that's, of course, as Sam has chronicled much of this season, something that Cherokee does very well.
Yeah, you're not going to have a lot of success running on the outside in Cherokee, but like some previous teams that did have some success, they were able to stretch it out, cut it up. If their ball carrier can make a sharp cut, hit it up in there and get about 3 or 4 yards.
Here a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 7. Stickle in motion. Davis with the roll. Still looking, and can't find anyone. Takes it himself, and see where they're going to mark it. He's out of bounds.
What I've been seeing so far, I'm going to tell you what, Seneca has probably the most intricate motion that I've seen so far this season. They had a ball carrier open their flat right there. It would have been nice to see him dump that off and let him break a tackle and get the first down.
Brings up 4th and 5, and Walsh again will be punting. Birdie back to receive it. End over end variety at the 47. Birdie grabbed and has nowhere to run.
Nice special teams tackle. Nice open field tackle.
Kelly makes a stop for the Golden Eagles. Once again, the Chiefs with the football leading 7-0 with 6:16 left in the opening quarter.
Now Cherokee needs to go right back to the run. They made their big play on the pass, but they don't need to rely on that.
Come out in the I formation. Muckensturm in front of Boria. Boria again off the right side for 2, maybe 3. Into Golden Eagle territory.
Right. You've seen the first defensive adjustment now. Cherokee's gone to an I formation with twins. Seneca has got rid of the free safety. They're in cover 0. You're going to see a play action pass to the tight end off of this. Next time it's a first down in I formation.
Muckensturm gets the handoff. 5 or 6 yards. He's still going along the right sideline. They still don't have him down. He could take it the distance. 5 for the touchdown. Two explosive plays by the Chiefs here in the early going.
Well, if we haven't seen Muckensturm do that all season long, I would chalk that up to poor tackling. But he's been able to break tackles and run all season long and surprise the defense with a quick trap, and that's all that was a quick trap. But he kept his legs driving, and again, poor tackling allowed a big-time play for Cherokee.
Yeah, we saw him do that. Don't remember exactly what game it was, but he did the exact same thing. There's so much concentration on Boria when he's the up man in the I formation. They just turn the trap, as you said, and boy, was wide open. But then again, along the right sideline, poor tackling. He looked like he was stopped, but wasn't.
Nope. And that's good to see that effort, even though it's the last game and he still wants to produce for his team.
Pagic to attempt. And a whistle on the play. False start to call against Cherokee. That moves them back 5 yards.
It's funny how it goes full circle. You start the season with special teams mistakes, and you get to the end of the season, and they start to make those same mistakes again because concentration is not there.
The kick.
Playoffs are done. Consolation game, it's what happens.
Point after is good. 14-0 now. Cherokee extends over Seneca. Well, Evesham Mortgage is your hometown leader, committed to finding you the right mortgage product for your needs. Evesham Mortgage offers a full menu of mortgage options because they understand that every borrower is different. With more than 50 years in the business, they make the process of securing a mortgage simple and straightforward. Visit EveshamMortgage.com or call their trained professionals, 856-985-9944, to lock in your savings. Evesham Mortgage, Plaza 70 on East Route 70 in Marlton, preparing you for generations to come.
The Seneca coaching staff is in a tough bind here. You don't want to get away from your game plan and start trying to throw it deep and make big plays because you can give the ball right back to Cherokee. But at the same time, the short runs, the outside runs, they're not working. What has shown a modicum of success for Seneca is throwing the ball to the flat, maybe play action hitting up the seam right there. That's something they can do.
Pagic again. with the kick. Right sideline again, a little bit of trouble handling, and finally able to gather it in. And Cherokee says they have recovered a fumble, and it appears the officials agree. So Cherokee, boy, I'm telling you, that first series we're 3 and out. My goodness, it's been one big play after another, and now the turnover.
Cherokee can tell you what happens if you turn the ball over. They turned it over last week 3 times, resulted in a loss, and that's the team that you're up 14-0 on. Now, if you have a team that you're, not necessarily have the equal talent, and you give the ball up and give up big plays, it can get ugly real fast.
So Cherokee with the football.
They're missing the ball. There he is.
Inside the 35-yard line. Looking to sweep the right side. Looks some trickeration is exactly what you said, and that was a lot of trickeration there. Let me just
that was a version of the Statue of Liberty play where the guard or tackle comes back around and gets the ball. He must be a senior. They're trying to give him some love for the last game of the season.
Actually, he's a junior, Thomas Kent.
Okay.
First down. Check that. Second down at a yard. Boria pounding up the middle, more than enough for the first down.
That was his moment to shine. His eyes were big. He thought he was going to make it to the end zone. In practice, it worked every time, Coach. That's what he
Yes,
said.
exactly. So Boria picks up the first down. At the 14-yard line, first down. For the Chiefs, already up 14-0, looking for more here. 4:38 left in the opening quarter. Again, Muckensturm with the carry.
Yeah, that time was a dive. The big long one was a trap, but that time they just hit it straight up, and then where they hit it, left side of the line. Seneca needs to send the next to body over there.
5 yards on first down for Muckensturm. Again, the I formation. Bender with a toss to Boria, left side. Boria inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
That wasn't bad defense. I mean, they got over there. They were able to tackle him with open field. I mean, a lot of other teams would have walked in.
That brings up a 3rd and a yard. From the 4-yard line. Boria again, right side. Hit at the line of scrimmage, but breaks 2 tackles for the touchdown.
I'm sure the coaches are looking at themselves. We had 2 defenders there, 1 ball carrier. We win. But when you have a talent like Boria who keeps legs driving, match that with less than perfect tackling, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, they were there waiting for him.
Yes, they were.
And they just kind of canceled each other out, and Boria says, that's okay, I'm going to the house, and he did. Magic will attempt to make it 21-0. And it is good.
Now the problem here is with that lead, the trick plays that Seneca had in their playbook are going to be a little bit less effective because Cherokee has the luxury of looking for that now. When you're within maybe a couple scores, you still have to play a little bit more honestly.
21-0, the Chiefs on top. At Rastelli Market Fresh, they are driven by a passion for great food. Food you can feel good about eating, good about buying, and good about serving to your family. At their family market, Rastelli's #1 priority is high quality and fresh products as well as your favorite brands at prices you will love. Check out all of their fresh brands. Their offerings from meat, seafood, produce, and delicatessen to wine, spirits, bakery, prepared foods, and more. At Rastelli Market Fresh, they hope that you will enjoy their products and offerings as much as they enjoy bringing them to you. 4 possessions thus far in this first half for the Chiefs. They've scored on 3 out of the 4. The last coming off the fumble by the Golden Eagles. Again, trouble with the kickoff, and they've had trouble on all 3 kickoffs receiving the kickoff and hauling it in. They just can't seem to handle.
Yeah, I mean, an easy adjustment would be to move up so they can catch the ball in the air. I mean, at some point, they have one of the coaches or somebody tracking the distance of the kicks. You can't continue to be surprised over and over again.
Grant Sevening. Well, he seemed like he was down on one knee,
yes,
and then the tacklers hit him, and I think that's maybe what the call is here.
That certainly is.
He kind of gave himself up on the play.
Yep. And you don't see that much in high school. I mean, although they have to abide by the rules, I mean, you can understand why they still are going after him.
Well, they're going to mark it at the 33-yard line. Quick throw to the left side. It's complete. Blockers in front, but that didn't matter. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard, so second down and 11.
So, although the play lost a yard, there is a benefit to that. You're going to get the Cherokee defenders excited about rallying up to that. All you have to do is pump fake that, throw over the head with the second receiver out there, and that's going to come pretty soon.
Again, the empty backfield. Davis with the toss. Here comes the gadget play. The option thrown deep down the right side, but this one is incomplete. Well defended. You'll forgive us if we can't identify some of these players, and it's because they're wearing green jerseys with green numbers, and it's very difficult to pick them up, but that was intended for Jason King. That brings up a 3rd and 11.
And that's a prime example we talked about earlier. The secondary of Cherokee does not have to bite on the run, does not have to jump up. They have a big enough lead to play soft and eliminate all these trick plays. That was sending safeties, they're changing positions. They have a chance to play anywhere they want.
Davis with a flare to the right side. That's complete. Charging across the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line.
It's actually a good play. Nice swing pattern. Hit him in stride as he's going downfield. Now you're going to see a difference. Rather than just rallying to the ball like Cherokee typically does, you see their hands in there trying to rip the ball out. Everyone's making a big play now. They have the luxury of doing those extra things because of the lead and the turnovers and the poor tackling.
It's 4th down and 3 or 4, but looks like they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, it's that quarterback draw territory right now.
Empty backfield. Approaching 1 minute left in the opening quarter, 21-0 Cherokee. Now timeout going to be called. Golden Eagles want to talk things over. 21-0, 1:13 left in this opening quarter. Well, winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now, you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calvielectric.com. Golden Eagles call timeout. They're facing a 4th down, and before that timeout, they were setting up to go for it, even though it was in their own territory, down 21-0 in the early going. 1:13 left in this opening quarter.
Now, with the mobile quarterback, you can expand your options. You can have a run pass option and give yourself 2 chances to get the first.
So let's see what they've come up with here. Davis, under heavy pressure, had no shot to get that one off. And Cherokee will get the football, turning aside the Golden Eagles. And coming off the field, Davis a little shaken. He took a shot.
He sure did. His arm was up, moving forward. He tried to throw it as he was getting hit. Even in the shotgun, you have to let that ball go fast. I mean, you're not trying to go for 40 yards here. You're going for 4 yards. You can hit it, give your ball carrier or receiver a chance to break a tackle there.
So now Cherokee again with great field position right at the 40-yard line of Seneca. Already up 21-0 here. The I formation. Toss to Boria. Boria with good blocking right side. Picks up 8 yards. Appears to be a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, good push, quick pitch, hit him right in the gut. He was able to turn his shoulders and head downfield. I mean, he was 5 yards before he came in contact with the Seneca defense.
Picked up 5 yards, a little bit less than I thought, but 2nd and 5. From the 35, Boria again right side. Boria stutter stepping now, breaks free along the right sideline, headed for the right pylon, and he is in there for the touchdown.
I can tell you, Tony, as a coach, that's one of the most infuriating things you can have. They sent a linebacker blitz on the defensive left, offensive right-hand side, right where the ball is being carried. And if everyone's blitzing and you break through the line of scrimmage, there's no one back there to stop you. So either you hit them in the backfield and make the play, or bust through and you go untouched.
So with 24 seconds left in the first quarter of play, Cherokee has been a juggernaut on offense. 3 and out the first time. Next 4 touchdowns. Pagic to attempt. And it is good. 28-0. And we still have 24 seconds left in the opening quarter. So 24 seconds, they've been dynamic in this first half. I tell you, first series, 3 and out. Since then, wow.
Even the ball, on plays that don't go their way is bouncing their way. I mean, it's everything that could happen to make this pretty much a blowout is happening. Seneca needs to get themselves in order and just get a solid drive, and then they will be able to set up the big plays. Cherokee has the luxury of playing soft, so it's going to be even tougher. They need to have a quarterback scramble if he's not injured. Right now, they look outmanned.
Pagic has been busy.
He certainly has. Right? It's 4 extra points and 4 kickoffs and.
Taken.
Excellent tackle. Excellent open field tackle.
To the 20-yard line. And that's where the Golden Eagles will give it another shot with just 18 seconds left in this first quarter of play.
You get back to your basic plays that you can run, whether you're going to get 3 or 4 yards or get a first down or not. Instill some confidence in the team and have them believe that they can get on the scoreboard.
Braden Davis, the quarterback, took a shot the last time he was in there, but he's back at the quarterback position. He was kind of shaking his right arm as he came off, but he seems to be just fine.
There you go. Good play. All right, hit it right off tackle.
Picks up 5 yards on first down.
Little power play, pull the guard, kick out the end. Cherokee's been susceptible to that. You block down, come back with something off of that.
Lavore Kelly on the carry, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 28-0. The Chiefs on top of the Golden Eagles. Will be back with quarter number 2 right after this.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is...
We begin the second quarter, 28-0. The Chiefs all over the Golden Eagles. But they have the football with a second down and 5. Throw to the right side. This one's picked off for a pick 6. And that was Muckensturm. So he can do it on both sides of the line of scrimmage. My goodness, it's been as if there's some cloud hanging over the Golden Eagles, and Cherokee is just, everything they touch is turned to gold.
And we have to give Cherokee credit on that, because actually the D-end had his hands up. He tipped the ball, because you know how what they teach you. If you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up and tip it. And then the heads-up play by Muckensturm to return it to the end zone. So sometimes Seneca has self-inflicted wounds. Sometimes Cherokee made a great. They can make great plays, and that was actually a great play.
Pagic for the point, and it is good. $34-0. Make it 35.
It will be in a second. It will be in a second.
Can't trust those scoreboard operators, I'm telling you right now.
Well, luckily it's a little cool tonight. Pagic's going to need some ice on his leg if they keep going the way they're going now.
11:50 still left till halftime, and it's 35-0. So I think we might be seeing some players that are not starters in this game, but that's good for them. You know what? They come to practice every single day, and certainly a good way to get them in the ball game before the season is over. Preparation of next year, get them some experience. But of course, this one's not over. But there's a whole lot of time left until halftime.
And now the biggest concern is the seniors. When is coach going to take me out? You know, because I want to play the whole game, but like you said, they want to get some of the subs, or maybe the older players who don't play as much. So the starter's going to want to stay in as long as they can. Stay away from the coach. You don't stand next to him, because if he sees you, he'll take you out. So you kind of stay to the.
You know all the tricks of the trade,
That's
don't
right.
you?
You got to stay.
The kick again off the fingertips of the receiver, but finally able to get it, but then went into the end zone, I believe, and that's it.
I think they've caught one return in the air. Now that was brighter side. That was deeper than the other kicks, and it was further in the corner, and he probably moved up and had to come back. But that's something that has to be looked at.
So they'll have it at the 20-yard line. It's almost as if they're taking out their frustrations of last week on Seneca.
Tony, you're reading my mind. I'm thinking to myself, they want to end the season on a high note and let people know that you know, they're going to say, oh, that was a fluke, or they got us, we were up 14-0, but they ran into a buzzsaw last week.
Davis off the play fake, kind of a run-pass option there, but by the time he pulled it back, they were all over him.
Yeah, so it's certainly a long read, and the longer you hold it, the more time you get the defense to react. So the read is the defensive end. He goes upfield. You run underneath him. He crashes down. You run around outside him.
No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Davis looking to throw. Davis being rushed. Davis will be sacked.
No, he's not getting much time here, and there's things they can do. You know, they can go on two, they can change the count up. They can run. They have. I've seen them run on multiple screens. There's the things they can do to slow that rush down.
Leo Bluestein with the sack. So they're doing everything right. They're putting pressure on the quarterback. They're not letting them get the running game going. They're getting turnovers. The full repertoire here this evening.
I have the feeling some of the seniors are going to keep this film for maybe the next 30 years.
Quick toss to the right side and incomplete. He took his eye off the ball. Could not hold it in and incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down again.
And he made two mistakes, obviously not catching the ball, but you never know how the ref's going to read that. You don't know if it's going to be a lateral or it's going to be a forward pass. You just don't put your hands on your head and say, oh, gosh darn it, I didn't make the catch. You pick that ball up and make sure that the ref's not going to make it a live ball.
Stickle just couldn't handle. Colin Walsh will kick it 1 yard in front.
So we reached the running clock standard.
If I'm not mistaken, and I may be mistaken, the kick is going to be downed inside the 35. I think that only goes into, it's only applicable in the second half, I think.
Well, okay, because the clock was running after that swing
Oh,
pass.
it was? Okay.
So I don't know.
Maybe they changed the rules on me.
Or you know the rules and the clock operator kept it going. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. But it is continuing to run, as you pointed out. So Cherokee again with the football in Seneca territory. Fumble on the snap. Lateral, but this one is going to be complete along the left sideline. Will this go for another touchdown?
Block in the back.
It will, but it won't count.
There's two things I haven't seen before. They had an empty set, but they also had the quarterback underneath the center. That play was doomed from the beginning. That was a weird situation there.
Thomas Nigro with the reception, and he's jumping up and down, as well he should, because how often does it get an offensive tackle get an opportunity to rumble and stumble for a touchdown?
I mean, that's two plays where the big boys were able to try and make a play. I think they got creative this week in practice.
So the penalty is against the Chiefs.
That's all right. He'll take that film, edit out the flag, and just say I scored a touchdown on it.
And they didn't bring it back to the line of scrimmage. They brought it back to where the infraction occurred, right at the 18-yard line.
There you go.
Still the first down. Boria dragging tacklers. Look at him go inside the 5-yard line to the 4.
Young man is tough, let me tell you. And it's good to see, even though the teams are lopsided right now, you don't want anybody that's going down. You want to play hard and keep running and show everything you have. It's up to the coach to take you out, young man. You keep running.
With that run, it looks like he's fully recovered from that ankle sprain.
I would say so. That's an affirmative.
Ball at the 1. Boria again to the goal line and didn't quite get in.
Oh, and they went to the right side, which is trying to keep it balanced.
So they will give it another shot, will Cherokee. Already up 35-0, 7:30 left till halftime. Second and goal. From the 1.5, Bender under center. Bender to Boria. Huge hole to the left side. Untouched for the touchdown.
It's night and day. The left side, they have all the push, wide open hole. Right side, they're struggling to get the yards, but you have to keep it balanced.
So the 2-yard touchdown for Boria. That's his third of the bowl game. Pagic to attempt. And it is good. 42-0. Cherokee. With still 7:02 left until halftime. The Mark McKenna team has nearly 3 decades of experience in Burlington and Camden counties with 12 licensed team members. Technology and personal service have made the Mark McKenna team the top producing group in the region. They've always called Marlton home. The Mark McKenna team has more than 700 5-star reviews on Zillow and is succeeding safely at the highest level throughout the pandemic. Be sure to visit markmckennateam.com and call Mark 856-983-0704 for any of your real estate needs.
All right. At this point, this is what we're going to do. Seneca goes out there. They need to go on 2 to slow down the pass rush or the get off by the Cherokee defensive line. Then they come back for the power off tackle. They got 5 or 6 yards off of that. And then if they're going to be in shotgun, they need to have a 2-step, a 3-step drop and throw the fade so it's either out of bounds or complete by their receivers.
Pagic again. And again, the kick cannot be handled into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20.
I spent a lot of time on special teams, if you haven't noticed, coaching, and it's a thing.
Well, it's cold. The ball probably is not as easy to catch, but still, they have had issues. Ball comes out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, come right back to the power, right off tackle here. You're guaranteed 3 to 5 yards.
Braden Davis tosses to the right side, hook and ladder, and they may have picked up a first down. That might be their first of the ball game.
All right, hook and lateral. Well done. No,
Not quite.
Not kind of a low angle here, but not that I'm giving coaching points on the hook and lateral, but you want to be inside the number so when you lateral it, he has room to get upfield.
9-yard advance, 2nd down and a yard for the Golden Eagles.
Quarterback draw to get a first down.
Throw may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage again. So that'll bring up a 3rd and a yard. At this point, I just think that they just ought to try to pick up that first down.
That's right.
Get something going.
Your eyes on the prize. All eyes getting 1 yard. Now, with the pass rush that Cherokee's sending, you can do the old-fashioned draw. He gets back there, he gets set up, hands it off. The running back will get you that yard.
So Davis faced with a 3rd down and a yard. Give right side. He's grabbed in the backfield, and he's not going to get that yard. They slowed him in the backfield. By the time he pulled away, a lot of help was on the way.
Yeah, the backside, I don't know if it was the D tackle or the D end, but he penetrated the backfield, slowed him down, and they got the first.
Oh, he did get the first.
He got the first.
Well, I got to get my eyes checked. I really do.
Well, from our perspective here, it didn't look like he had it.
No, he didn't. But he did. And they continue the drive.
And they ran the power.
Throwing over the middle. This one complete for another first down.
This is what I was expecting to see earlier. The hitting right in the zone where no high schools typically cover. Now they come back out to the flat. Now they have a little more operating room, a little more confidence.
Jason Shears with a reception. So back-to-back first downs. The ball at the 44-yard line. Davis to give, nothing there at all.
No, I don't know. The right end was unblocked. He was right there. He ran right into him. I don't know if that was a missed assignment or he was supposed to tuck up underneath him. I'm not sure, but he was hit in the backfield as soon as he got the ball.
Sticker on the carry. Nigro there to meet him for a loss of 3.
Although Nigro's been making plays all year long. I mean, we've called his name a ton of times.
Tremendous year for the senior. So this is it for him, at least on the high school level.
That's right.
As it is the case with many. Empty backfield, Davis. Davis being rushed, throws over the middle. It's complete, but may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they're going to, I mean, you know, it's tough now at the end of the season, this part in the game, but if Cherokee's going to sit back in the zone, those plays, you're going to have to sit and find the open area. If you keep running through a zone, you're going to run into another player, and that's exactly what happened there. He would have been better off slowing down, motoring down on the hash and catching it and turning up.
He did pick up 3 yards on the completion, so it's now 3rd down and 10. From the 44, the original line of scrimmage. Again, Davis rolling to his right. Double team, throws to the left flat just to get rid of it as he was being rushed. Heavy pressure. Incomplete.
I like the thinking. They wanted to have a throwback screen over here. He would have been a little bit wiser, getting more to the right, maybe getting center of the field or right near the hash and throwing it back. But he didn't have an opportunity to do anything because the rush was right on him.
Colin Walsh again will punt it. Birdie back, waiting for it at his 30. Walsh with a high kick, but short. Gets the roll. Goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line. So Cherokee again with the football and a 42-zip lead with 1:52 left till halftime.
So I'm not sure their plan, like if they're telling the seniors you can only play the first half or what it's going to be, but if they know they're not playing the second half, this is going to be a drive that they're going to try to score on. If they can get back in the second half, then they're going to run the clock out and go in with 42-0.
Clock put back in motion. It's like they're already substituting on offense. Give off the right side for 2, 3, maybe 4.
Yep. Some subs are in.
John Phillips on the carry. Luke Brown is the quarterback. Under a minute left till halftime.
Only question is it tailback or fullback play? There you go.
Off the left side. Across the 35 to the 37. Phillips again gets the call.
That was actually a nice stick. He rolled his hips all the way through the ball carrier and took him down.
3rd down and 4. This time, the up man in the I formation with a carry. He will not get that first down.
That's going to be it for the first half.
That was Cole. They will not need to run another play as they lead it 42-0. It has been all Cherokee in this first half of play. They have dominated, and the scoreboard reflects it, 42-0. So that's the end of the first half of play, and we'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are
I know. Big hand to me. Oh, you're missing a leg. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I want to get a picture of you with the girl. I love it. I'm so upset about my glasses. No, it's not that good. I didn't miss it. Okay, well, I don't know. Thank you.
We have another announcement before the band comes on. by the entrance gate. We get Sean Negron. Please meet the troopers by the entrance gate. Thank you.
I might be back. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's cool. I just put all his stuff away. We're just trying to get to the floor of that roof. I'm like, Anthony, look at the project behind me. See you have an A. Perfect. And his cutting board we're not using.
Excellent job, Seneca High School marching band. Give a nice round of applause. Good job, Seneca High School marching band. You earned it. Thank you all the parent volunteers that I know are helping also with Seneca High School marching band, as well as Mr. Barber. And all these coaches, we really appreciate that as well. Great job, Tim.
Welcome back to Shawnee. That's good. Do you see what the weather does to my brain? That's Seneca. Pardon me. 42-0. Cherokee on top as we look forward to the second half. And what does the coach tell their team when they're down 42-0? Just to try to work on things, or try to just get something going, just try to get on the scoreboard? What is he telling them?
Well, luckily it's the last game of the season, so it's all about the seniors and going out, honoring them, and, you kind of make it about that. Let's be honest, you're not making it about – this is our game plan to come back and, have the biggest comeback in South Jersey history. At this point, you're going to say, hey, stay focused, make sure the seniors know that you guys tried for the last, 24 minutes of the game. That's all you can really do. Now, you can talk about some mistakes and not being so sloppy and making sure that it doesn't get any worse than what it is now, but really the focus is on the outgoing players.
So Cherokee will be kicked away. Start this second half up 42-0. Pagic will kick, and after that 3-and-out the first series, they proceeded to score 6 touchdowns. One coming from a fumble, one coming from an interception, and boy, with 3 touchdowns in that first half of play. Just total domination by the Chiefs.
Seneca hasn't shown any answers for what Cherokee has done. I mean, they showed signs of life on one drive, and then they were able to move it a little bit, but still had to give it up. This is an important drive in terms of showing that you have some fight still in you, showing your fans, the seniors, and everybody that you're still here to play. Luckily, you don't have to worry about the score anymore, and all you do is execute and play.
Pagic with a good kick, and again, the kickoff is not handled cleanly, but picked up to the 19-yard line, maybe the 20. That's where they'll open for business.
I would think that would have been addressed at halftime, but it just seems to be tough for them to catch it today.
Braden Davis is the quarterback. He's a junior. He directs the show and looking to get something going here, as Cherokee, of course, will be substituting quite frequently in this ball game to give some of the younger players, and as you mentioned, Sam, some of the players who are not so young but who have not really played a lot, some action.
And they want to preserve the shutout.
Davis will throw deep along the left side, and this one was it picked off? No, incomplete, close to being picked off.
Yeah, it certainly was underthrown. I've seen him lead his receivers out there and then them not have to come back for the ball. So I would assume the weather or maybe the hit he took earlier is affecting his ability to put the ball out there as far as it needs to go.
Robbie Schultz, defending on the play, made really an excellent play on the ball. It was a little underthrown, but still he was there with the intended receiver.
Certainly turned his head around and was able to stay in between the receiver and the quarterback and made the play.
Davis looking over the middle, but incomplete.
That's tough. I mean, the receiver's open right there. I don't know if the ball was thrown low and hard, but it was certainly a catchable ball. You start to lose a little morale right now when it's you making the mistakes versus Cherokee, knocking the ball down or doing something big. I mean, it really gets tough to keep going here.
Intended for Shears. And now 3rd down and 10 from the 20. Rolling right off play action, looking to throw right sideline. Did he catch it? He did not. 4th down and 10, and they will punt again.
I mean, that's funny that happened. I was going to say the sprint out. You got to run away from the pursuit. If they're coming at you right there, get out of the pocket, run outside, have a run pass option. He's a capable scrambling quarterback. Give yourself some options. Give him a new look.
Walsh will kick it. Kick angle to the right side. They're just going to let it roll and out of bounds.
At the 45-yard line of Seneca, Cherokee will take over there. First and 10 feet.
Mark Longfellow was back to receive it, but didn't have an opportunity. But Cherokee now back on offense for the first time here in this second half of play, leading at 42-0.
Sorry, Tony. Let's see what they get in there, and you might see a couple mistakes. You might see some big plays. I'm sure Seneca's going to fire off and try and finish strong.
With that 42-0 score, the clock will just continue to run in this second half of play. Give you some playoff scores in just a moment. Brown is the quarterback under center.
ISO left.
Phillips gets the call and picks up a yard, but again, what they're looking to do is just get some of the younger players some experience, move the football, most of all, don't even have to worry about the clock because that's going to continue to run no matter what they do.
That's right. They still have to execute because they're going to be here next year.
Toss to Phillips. He can't handle. Picks it up, but then he is swarmed under. Back at the 45-yard line. Big loss there. Unable to handle the toss.
And that's not unexpected. That's what we were talking about when you have the subs and the backup players coming in. Timing's going to be off. You've only done it in practice, or you've only done it on the scout team. Now you have to time it up in a game. It kind of makes you appreciate the starters when they don't make those kind of mistakes. They look like they've, experienced veterans.
I formation. Brown will look to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He throws to the right side, and this one incomplete. Or was it complete? Going to place it down at the 48-yard line. That's not enough, nearly enough for the first down, and they will punt it.
I'll tell you what, it was a pretty good job by QB stepping up and squaring himself and delivering the ball down there.
David Vaca back to receive it. Pagic still in as the punter.
All right. Punt returner needs to take a look at his depth. He's pretty far back. Okay, he's moving up now. It's pretty far back for what we've seen so far in the game.
Pagic the kick. Vaca just watches it. It's going to roll inside the 20-yard line. Going to mark it at the 15-yard line.
Can you see, Tony? Are we still with the starters?
Seneca?
Yes.
Well, let's take a look. I know once starter that's still in there because he's so big. Jordan Drayton, 6'5", 305, the left tackle. He's in there.
I can see him.
Empty backfield for the Golden Eagles. Davis again with a quick throw to the left side and again jumping up to knock it down. Cherokee, that was Brandon Petrick.
Now that blitz, that play, that pass being knocked down could have totally been eliminated if Seneca would have gone early in the game on different snap counts. He's timed it up perfectly because they're going off in the same time every play. So he's able to do that each time. That's one of those things that can help you as you go through a game or even a season.
He's had quite a few passes deflected at the line of scrimmage as Davis in this ball game. Davis checking with the sideline.
Now this is where they run a deep in. If he gets the time to get the ball off, there it goes, deep in right there. Well, they pull it in.
Could not handle, incomplete, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
The ball didn't seem like it was tipped or anything. That's one of those that the receiver should have been able to bring in.
Intended for Shears, now 3rd and 10.
Now they have 1, 2, and 3 receivers over here. Look for a quick stop on the outside and 2 deeper patterns behind it to pull the defenders away.
Davis going to keep it himself. Run pass option. Does pick up the 1st down along the right sideline.
There's the quarterback run we've been looking for all game. I mean, he you see him make the moves and second effort. I mean, he has the ability to get you the 1st downs that we need. I mean, that's something that could be utilized throughout the game.
Going to place it down. He's going to be right at the 30-yard line. They haven't had many 1st downs in this ball game at all. That's one of them right there. Davis looks like he wants to toss it left flat. He cannot do it because when he pulled it down, he was under heavy pressure and knocked down.
Yeah, that was it was good coverage by Cherokee, and he had nowhere to go with the ball. Actually, a smart play not to throw an interception, so they have another down they can play.
Loss of 4. Ball right at the 25-yard line. Clock continues to run. Davis sets. Davis under pressure. Davis throws on the run, and this one is incomplete. He had a receiver that he just could not handle. They have had that issue all game long, whether it be handling kickoffs or receivers dropping balls, and right there, another one.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours, Tony. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. I mean, I don't think the passes are, they're still in the window where they can catch them. They're just not being able to hold on to the ball tonight.
3rd down and 17. Davis again, under pressure again, steps up, throws off the fingertips, and this is going to be picked off. Coming up to pick it off was Doug Majika. Off the deflection, and those are the kinds that you really hate to see, because when that gets tipped and it's up in the air, you just can't wait for it to hit the ground. It didn't there. It was picked off.
When that ball gets tipped, it's up in the air for about 3.5 hours because you're waiting for that to come down, and that's a big-time play. Good for that young man to be able to pick that off. I mean, he saw it up there. He was like, oh, this is happening to me right now. Good for him. Now, that was one of the few passes today that was not right in the area where receivers should be. It was a little high. It was a little tough catch. I'd like to see him bring that down a little bit, but when things can go wrong, they really, really go wrong. Cherokee
huddling up around their coaches. They're not even going to run a play here as the clock continues to run, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. It remains 42-0 Cherokee. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this.
Most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey. Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator.
Okay, back here at Seneca. Cherokee with the football, the give off the right side.
Yep, that's Cherokee's the female player. What's her name?
Jasmine
Yep.
Duque. Or Duque. Pardon me if I mispronounced it.
This is great to see.
Again, Duque with the carry, hit at the line of scrimmage. Very diminutive compared to the other players, but hey, she's tough. Running back is, you know you're getting hit as a running back, right?
You take the question out of it. You know you're going to get hit, so you get prepared, you tighten up and run. And that's 2 plays. Fired off. Good for her. Excellent.
3rd down. And 10 for the Chiefs, up 42-0. Brown going to throw. Brown to the left flat. Complete. Fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Golden Eagles, and they're going to have the football back, and that's Jordan Drayton, the 6'5", 305-pounder. Fell on it.
I mean, that's the change they need. Now they have an opportunity to get on the board. Get rid of the donut.
Appeared to be complete to Robbie Schultz. He coughed it up, and Seneca there to pick it up. They now have the football. Under 10 minutes left in this ball game. They just want to get on the board. Give you some updated scores in just a moment. Davis to throw. Davis throws deep down the left side, and this one is incomplete.
That's more like the ball I'm used to him throwing. He can put it up there, tight spot where he's able to turn it over. I mean, that just happened to be really good coverage on it. But nice ball, good pattern. We'd like to see him pull that in and give him a chance to score as the game winds down.
In Group 4, South Jersey final, 33-3. Millville on top of Ocean City. Don Bosco has gone ahead of St. Augustine 17-0 in the 4th. Kingsway 7, Toms River North 6 at the half. We'll get back to some more scores in just a moment. Keep you updated on all these playoff scores around South Jersey. Davis again, this time good protection. Davis now it breaks down, and he's going to be thrown for a loss.
He got kind of thrown down hard against the ground.
Some more scores. Hillsborough 21, North Brunswick 8. Point Pleasant Borough 12-8 over Willingboro. Holy Spirit on top of DePaul 14-13. St. Joseph Hamilton 10. Red Bank Catholic, that is 7 at the half. Woodrow Wilson 8. Rumson Fairhaven nothing at the half. Haddonfield 14 and Raritan nothing at the half.
He's going to come out for a play. The minimum.
That gives to the left side.
Back to the power. Got about 7 or 8 yards on it. Setting up the last chance over here for this drive.
LaVore Kelly on the carry. He's looked pretty good Kelly has when he carried the football. They just haven't done it that much.
Right, they haven't, and they've been able to run the power, and he's kind of a load, it looks like, and he brings a little punch with him when he carries it.
4th down and 6, and they're going to go for it here. Down 42-0 with a running clock. Davis again will throw. Rolling right under pressure. He'll take off. And he's going to be run out of bounds short of the 1st down.
See where they mark it. See where they mark it.
That's true. He does have a 1st down.
I've learned since last time.
Yeah, I should learn myself. And one thing we did want to mention, congrats to Kendall Roberts and is that Sinai Jenkins, who were selected to play in the SJF HCA Senior All-Star Game. Come and cheer them on at Kingsway on the 22nd of November. In field hockey, of course, and I think you are familiar with one of those two young ladies, right?
I am. Sinai being my daughter. That's great to hear. All right, let's just shout out over the radio.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Sure.
I'm sure she will, too.
Davis again. Throws left side.
There you go.
This one is caught. Pickup of 5 yards. That could have been his best throw of the game. He found his receiver. The receiver was wide open, and he hit him.
It's funny, that's what it seems like, but if we look back, the throws have been on target more than off target all day today. He's had a lot of drops. So that certainly looks like, is his best pass, but that deep ball was good, and it just drops right in their hands.
Maybe I should say the best connection of the game. Pickup of 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. At the 42-yard line of Cherokee, 42-0. The outcome obviously not in doubt, but they'd like to get on the board. Here's Davis again. Davis again throws to the right side, has his man inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, we kind of thought this was going to be their drive to try and get the points, and they just got to stay within themselves. They have 4 more downs to get into the end zone.
Completion to Shears. Ball now marked at the 27-yard line. Another 1st down. Davis rolling to his right. Incomplete. Or was it complete? Looks like it was.
A smart call. Now they are rolling him out away from pressure. Cherokee has to guess which way they want to send the pressure, and all he has to do is roll away from it. Being that he's a right-handed quarterback, I would go for the defensive left, make him roll against his throwing arm.
Pickup of 9 yards, 2nd down and 1 for the Golden Eagle. And a whistle. Offsides, the call is going to be against Cherokee, so that's going to give him a 1st down.
Now, the lineman neutral zone, he jumped offsides. They'll take it.
So this is their deepest penetration into Cherokee territory.
Now the field tightens up a bit, and the throws have to be precise, and the runner lanes, he needs to get right upfield if they decide to run it.
Davis looking to throw again. Fires over the middle, and this one is caught for the touchdown.
That's what we kind of expected to see all day today, him firing that ball right there, and the receiver's actually catching it. Good job.
Bryant, 7-8 with a touchdown from Davis. As you say, Sam, that's kind of the way the offense should look and can look, but just didn't look in that first half of play against, obviously, the starters. But you can see they have potential to throw the football very effectively.
Yeah, he's done it all season on the games they've won and lost. he's shown a pretty strong arm and accurate on top of that.
John Foster with a kick. It is good. So 42-7 Cherokee, and you might say no big deal, but believe me, when you look at the score online or wherever you look at the score and you see 42-7, it looks a lot better than 42-0.
Just something about 42-0 that changes it.
3:31 left in the ball game. Evesham Mortgage is your hometown leader, committed to finding you the right mortgage product for your needs. Evesham Mortgage offers a full menu of mortgage options because they understand that every borrower is different. With more than 50 years in the business, they make the process of securing a mortgage simple and straightforward. Visit EveshamMortgage.com or call their trained professionals at 856-985-9944 to lock in your savings. Evesham Mortgage in Plaza 70 on East Route 70 in Malton, preparing you for generations to come. Seneca gets on the board, trailing it now 42-7, 3:31 left in the ball game.
Cherokee's believing they're going to kick it deep. They don't have the hands team out there. Now they're moving up.
Foster will kick. And he does kick it deep. Taken at the 8 to the right side. Across the 25, still driving to the 30-yard line. Mark Longfellow on the return. Approaching 3 minutes left in the ball game, and Cherokee right here looking to do one thing, and that is just run out the clock.
Yeah, the running clock has certainly sped the game up. We're just headed on 8:20 at this time.
Give off the right side for 9 yards on first down.
Another one of those plays that we talked about, and I know the game's out of hand now, but the concept is still the same. If you're going to blitz, you have run blitz called, and you don't get them as you're shooting the gap, they have an opportunity to break through, and you lose one line of defense.
Phillips on the carry, another quarterback change for Cherokee. Again, right side, and again, a nice gain.
It's good to see a good push, and they have the young guys in there and execute with, even though it's simple dive plays, ISO plays, it's still good to see them execute for the future.
First down. Left side, nothing there. Thrown for a loss. Phillips. John Phillips, just a sophomore. As we were talking about getting some of those players in the ball game in real live action. Loss of 2 or 3 for Cherokee. Rolling right, looking to throw, and this one almost intercepted. Did he grab it before he hit the ground? It appears he did.
What a play. All right, from up here with the glare on the glass, it looked like it hit the ground. I guess it must have hit his leg, knee, something to bounce back up.
Intercepted by Mark Richardson.
All right, Hail Mary or run the clock out.
There's 25 seconds left. See if Seneca elects to run a play. They will here. Time for one play. Davis will give as they keep it on the ground. Across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And that should do it. That's Devore Kelly again on the carry, and that will be the ball game. As Cherokee closes out this season with a resounding 42-7 victory over Seneca. We'll be back to wrap this one up right after this. All right, back here at Seneca, 42-7 the final score in the final game for Cherokee and, of course, Seneca this season. It was really over in the first half as they scored 6 touchdowns. Boria with 3 scores, scored on an interception, scored on a fumble recovery, so it was all Cherokee in that first half, and they didn't score another point. In the second half, nor were they really trying to score another point. They just wanted to get this one over and didn't. There's no sense in pouring it on.
No, you made your point. You've sent the seniors out with a resounding win. You showed that you are all set next year for a powerful running game and a passing game that continues to improve. A game tonight with 2 teams that were lopsided, one team on the rise, one team is still struggling to get there. But, you know, notwithstanding the scores, Seneca has a lot of young players, and they're going to gain some valuable experience over this year, and they'll be better next year. Cherokee's definitely the better team today, and they've been the better team all season when you compare these 2 teams. They definitely have something to build on, and the seniors are going to be proud, and we're going to be able to send them out with a big win.
So they improved to 7-3. Seneca falls to 3-7 on the season, and this is our final Cherokee football live stream broadcast of the season. We certainly hope you enjoyed it. Live video coverage of Cherokee football was produced by South Jersey Sports Talk and Prime Events in association with the SportsX Network. The executive producers are Dean Mikowski, Ari Bluestein, and Tom Williams. Sean Riley has been our producer here at the field, and Josh Powell, our videographer. Tell your friends they can watch the action by going to primeevents.net and selecting live video streaming from the menu, or by visiting sportsxnetwork.com/live. We also want to certainly thank Brian Glatz, the coach, He's done a tremendous job in helping us. Scott Agnew, the athletic director of Cherokee, also has been great. And, of course, we also appreciate all the guys in the press box at Cherokee who've been an enjoyable experience to work with. And, of course, Sam Jenkins, my broadcast partner. This will be our final Cherokee broadcast. But for those of you who like high school football and want to watch something tomorrow starting at noon, it'll be the Group 3 South Jersey Championship. Delsey 11-0, Cedar Creek 11-0. You can go to sportsxnetwork.com/live and you can catch all the action there. Once again, the final score here from Seneca. Cherokee finishes the season off with a bang, 42-7 over the Golden Eagles of Seneca. For Sam Jenkins, this is Tony Blum. So long for now.